Ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. It's Christmas Day and we got some football going on. Unbelievable. Didn't used to have football going on a Christmas Day, but now we do. Used to the NBA would dominate Christmas Day, but today we got a couple of football games. We'll keep track of the first one here. We got the Kansas City Chiefs traveling over to your Pittsburgh Steelers. And so we're going to keep track of this game right now on Christmas Day. We'll see if anybody wants to join the old broadcast. Possibly not, because people might be busy with their Christmas Day planning and Christmas Day activities. We don't know. But nonetheless, we'll keep an eye on all of this. Well, Todd is here. Good to see you, Todd. Happy tidings to the farm and the farmlands and the farm people. Happy to see you. I think what I'll do is I'll overlay this so that way any new comments will just go right there. I don't have to bring them on screen, and then I can keep my old caption on here like so. There we go. All right. Anyway, we got the game starting soon. We got the Chiefs at the Steelers. Let's see if the Steelers can stop these Kansas City Chiefs, who are not having a great year by a lot of statistical measures. But however, they're 14-1. So it depends how you look at it in terms of the season that the Chiefs are having. Steelers, by all measure, are overperforming expectations, outperforming expectations, you might say. And nobody really expected Russell Wilson to bounce back to have the season he's having. But he's really putting up decent numbers, allowing the Steelers and their great defense and everything else that they do, running game, special teams, etc. He's just doing just enough as the quarterback, and they're winning. So they're on their way to the playoffs again. The Steelers, I think they'll have a hard time going to the Super Bowl this year, but nonetheless, nobody even expected them to be this good. So you really have to give Mike Tomlin and the boys credit for what they're doing with this team that was not expected to be as good as they are this year. And of course, they beat our Jets. We kind of gave that game away. We were playing well for a little while, and then the momentum started shifting, and we gave them the game right back. And then they started blowing us out because, God forbid, we learn how to deal with shifts in momentum in a football game. Todd says, today it's just me and my 22-year-old son. He is doing his own thing, so I got some time to hang out. All right. Well, glad to have you, Todd. Let me know if you can see me and hear me okay, Todd. If there's any issues with the microphone, you never know. We've had plenty of those. Hopefully, we have no technical issues. Now, Netflix, these are the Netflix games, and Netflix is putting on some sort of Mariah Carey Christmas song thing. Of course, I can't hear it. I don't know what she's doing, but she's up there singing with a band and some Christmas items around her. I guess Mariah Carey now is the Christmas lady. She used to be just a pop star, but now she's pretty much known for singing Christmas songs, I guess. So Netflix went with Mariah Carey on the Christmas game for the introductory song. And now we're about to kick off. So the Chiefs are going to kick off to the Steelers. No issues, says Todd. That's good. And we're going to keep track of the Chiefs in this one. We're going to keep our famous drive charts right here. If you can see those. All seems good so far. Okay, good. Thank you, Todd. But we got our famous drive charts, and we're going to keep track of the Chiefs. I figure we'll keep track of the Kansas City Mahomes and see how they're doing. Now, I've been keeping some drive charts of teams other than the Jets lately, just to have something to compare them to, a little bit more of a comparison to how the Jets do. I have all the data from the Jets games, of course. But when you just have one team, that's not as good as having multiple teams. All right, and Butker kicks it off to the Steelers. Down to looks like Warren in the end zone. He fumbles it around, but no problem. He's not taking it out anyway. So he kneels it down, and the Steelers will have it at their own 30-yard line. Now the Chiefs primarily start with a 4-3 concept, though they will be a nickel quite a bit. Broderick Jones is on this team for the Steelers. He's their left tackle. That's a tackle we were interested in the year that we got Will McDonald. So it'll be fun to see how he performs. George Pickens does return for this game, the dynamic wide receiver for the Steelers. Depends, the Chiefs are really in like a 3-4 with the linebacker up. Drew Tranquil on the stop of Fryermuth on that pass. I'm going to say they were a nickel. So that was Fryermuth for about 9 yards or so. That's a successful first down play no matter how you cut it. But 54 is Chenal. Chenal was walked up to the line of scrimmage on that play. 56 is, of course, depending how you look at 56, now they got 5 on the line of scrimmage, interestingly. And they run Najee Harris, not so successful. I'm going to call that base. Harris, no gain on the play, so it'll be, so this was an 8-yard gain, I guess. Now it'll be 3rd and 2 or so. No gain, 0. Yeah, now here's their more typical alignment, 4-3 nickel. Wilson stumbles around, fumbles the ball, but gets it back. That's the old Russell Wilson we all know and love from the Denver days. But he was able to retain it, so pass. So they just get a sack on that one. Lost about 8 or so yards. Dana with a nice rush, number 51. Book 'em, Dana, they might say. So not a successful start to this game for your Pittsburgh Steelers. And they punt it away. And returned by number 81. He's going to get, he's going to be able to get it on the left side. This is a big gainer. Excellent punt return for the Chiefs. They're going to have excellent field position to start this ball game out. Might have even crossed over into positive territory. So not good kick coverage. Remigio was the punt returner on that one. Looked at his name earlier on their roster. I was like, who the hell is this? Well, this is who he is. He's the punt returner. Nicely done by 81 Remigio. All right, so the Chiefs come out. They line up a 2-by-2 formation. This is really 11. They're at the plus 40, 2? In the shotgun is Mahomes. He hands it to Pacheco. He's going to get about 8 yards or so. So that is a very successful first down play. Running out of 11 to 2nd and 2 against this vaunted Steeler defense that we got going on over here. All right, so they come out with a trips left out of 11 and another run. So they're really trying to get light personnel, and that one didn't go too well. So Pacheco, no gain. Really trying to get light personnel on the field for Pittsburgh and then run at them. One worked, one did not. So now it's 3rd down and 2. We'll see how this reworked Kansas City offensive line is doing. You may not have known that they've shifted Joe Thuney out from guard to tackle. And he's been holding his own out there, surprisingly. He's a very good guard, as we all know. Question was, could he play tackle? They've been having so many problems at tackle. Pittsburgh now trying to get a stop, as the Chiefs did, and another running play. They run, looks like Hunt, and I don't think he got it. So three straight runs for the Chefs. I wonder, no, they're saying he absolutely did not get it. And are they going to stay on the field or are they going to punt? What are you going to do, Big Andy Reid, Big Red as they call him? Nice play by the linebacker, Patrick Queen, coming up in run stopping. That's how you put into a run fit. Oh, they are going to go for it. So 4th and 2, they got 11 personnel on the field. They got Hunt in the backfield, and they got Mahomes in the shotgun now. He's going to call timeout. So the Chefs do not look like they're on top of their game, at least so far in the first drive. JoJo Townsend says 3 names mentioned for GM interview. There's going to be a lot of names mentioned, JoJo. All the candidates will be mentioned because their agents are going to get their names into the press. All those guys have agents, remember, and all the agents have relationships with the reporters, so they're all going to get their names out there. So don't you worry about that, JoJo. Agnew, Greenberg, yeah, we already knew about those guys, JoJo. Those are 3 of the top candidates. We're going to probably interview all of them. We're going to interview all the top candidates. Why not? Come in, have a chat. Okay, so now the Chiefs are going to still go for it. They're not going to kick a field goal. They're not going to punt, or at least that's what it seems. They're in 11 personnel. Mahomes in the shotgun, and he hands it off to Hunt again, and this time he picks it up. So 4 straight runs, interesting, for the Chefs. This time able to pick up a first down. So they were very insistent upon the run. They were like, we are going to run against this team. This is what we want to do. Basically, 4 straight times in 11 personnel of the shotgun, they want to run the ball. Um, Now more confusion for the Chefs. I think they have to take another timeout. That'll be their second timeout already in the first half. That's a little unusual for a team that's normally well run. But interesting, and you wonder if it's the cold or something. It's supposedly cold in Pittsburgh. I mean, it's late December in Pittsburgh. It's going to be cold. I'm surprised that it's not snowing or raining or snaining, as we would call it in Pittsburgh sometimes. That's what happens around this time of year. It's a very miserable place to be in late December, I'll tell you that much. Um, so, yeah, we got that going on. And again, now we're in. This is still 11. It's 1st and 10. So here's Mahomes' first pass over to Kelsey for a 5-yard gain. So now they're starting to pass. So a good gainer on first down. 2nd and 5, I would call it. But exclusively 11 personnel. Watson, who sometimes could be confused with a tight end, is actually a wide receiver. 11 again, so they're exclusively 11, so the game plan obviously calls for that. Now Mahomes back to pass out of the shotgun, pumps once. Now he's running, so that ankle feeling good, and he picks up a big gain, about 10 yards. So Mahomes, even with his supposed injured ankle, able to scramble just fine, plus 10 yards, first down, no problem. 1st and 10. And there goes Mahomes. Always an added benefit when your quarterback can move, at least average to above average. Doesn't have to be elite. Now they're still in 11, so no, this is 12 now. 83 is great. Now they throw it out to the second tight end, Noah Gray. So for the first time, they come out of 11, put Gray in. Gray and Watson are kind of like interchangeable. One's a tight end, one's a wide receiver, but they both could go kind of either way, if you ask me. So it's nice to have those kind of interchangeable pieces. That was a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4. Those interchangeable pieces, they can run routes, they can block, they can do whatever you need them to do. Makes it very hard to defend. Even though neither one of them are superstars, they're very useful pieces on a team. And now they throw to Xavier Worthy out of the backfield. Looks like he got in, and he did. Touchdown. So a very efficient drive for the Chiefs after they bogged down a bit right before that 4th down call. They decided to go for it, and it paid off for them as they converted, and then they were able to trick him on this play. Worthy, nobody went out with to cover him, so you take a wide receiver, put him in the backfield, and then send him out to the flat. Confuses the defense. Now there's a flag, unsportsmanlike conduct on Worthy. So that will not affect the touchdown, but apparently he did something mean to. He was too mean to the Steelers. You can't be that mean. You gotta be nice. No meaningness. No, you can't be a meanie on Christmas. Nope, you're gonna get a penalty. Unsportsmanlike conduct, whatever that was. They're not showing a replay on that one. So now Butker will go for the extra point, one of the better kickers in the league, and he missed it, I think. Wow, I must have jinxed him. Missed extra point by old Butker. So there's that. But a nice drive by the Chiefs and one poor drive for the Steelers. Or you could say a nice defensive drive for the Chiefs. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 10 is 18 points on that drive. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 play drive. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 runs. They started out 4 runs, and then they went exclusively to the pass, except for the scramble. Um, I had it for 2 first downs, no penalties, and no explosives, just dink and dunk. But good enough for a touchdown with a missed extra point, making it 6-0. That's how you do it when you're the Championes. That's how you do it when you're the Championes. All right. They held him to a 3-play drive on the other side. 1 run, 2 passes. No first downs, no penalties, no explosives, and a punt. Puntadero. BN10. There we go. So we'll see if the Steeler offense can wake up. They had a 3 and out. No bueno. But now they get a second opportunity. So we'll just have to see how it all works out. Yeah, for JoJo, I would say we're going to interview everybody, buddy. We're going to interview everybody. Everybody that's been on the public list, they're probably going to get an interview unless they don't want to interview. They could say no, thank you. Don't want to work for Woody Woodpecker. But otherwise, I would say everybody who's been on the public list that we all know is going to get an interview, and then some people that were not on all the public lists. I mean, Jim Nagy got an interview. I thought that was pretty smart of us to have an interview with Jim Nagy. There's a guy who knows the college players better than anybody. Who knows about college players better than Jim Nagy? You know, if you get a guy like a Jim Nagy, you got to pair him with a capologist probably, because I would not want to go with our existing capologists. I don't think they're very good. You know, that's something nobody ever talks about. You know, we have people who manage our cap now. They're under Jaime El Hai. He's the president, and then below him are all the capologists and a bunch of other things. What about our capologists? Are they any good? Are they creative with the cap in ways that we need them to be creative? Or do they stink? How do we assess our cap people? And do they get to stay or do they go? Because I'd like to clean house with those people. I'd like to clean house with our pro personnel people. What about them? They need to get the hell out of here. But we'll probably keep all those people, and that's part of the reason why some of the things will never change. You know, it's very important these days to manage your cap very well. We have, you have to know how to structure these contracts so that you can maneuver around. You know, it's very, very important. You want to keep players, you want to give big contracts. Okay, great, because the players deserve them. Well, then you got to structure the contract in the correct manner and for long-term success so that the player's happy and then we're able to maneuver under the cap. It's very important and nobody ever talks about it. 56 is Carl Loftus. So when Carl Loftus is on the field, I consider him a defensive lineman, even though you could say he's a linebacker. I mean, sometimes these edge players, could go either way. I call him a lineman. I think he's a down lineman. 2nd and 9. So that was a running play for Najee. Didn't go very far. They have it as 2nd and 8. I have it as 2nd and 9. Wish they would show me the formation. Thank you. All right, now we're in nickel here. Let's see if they pass out of this tight split formation. Nope, they're going to run with Najee, and Najee's able to gain the edge and gain about 10 yards or so. So that's a first down for the Najee Meister. I'll give him 11 on it. I'll give him 11 as a first down. Yeah, they go to nickel, you run it. Look at that block by 11. Wide receiver blocking. You got to love a wide receiver who can block. Van Jefferson, good job. 11. Helping Najee get out to the edge. That's a great job by Van Jefferson. Good job, buddy. That's what you need to succeed in the NFL today. Now we're in base again. Naj again makes a cut. Gets about 2 yards. So not so great. Not so great on first down so far uh, for the Steelers, except for that first pass to Freiermuth. Next couple, not so bueno. I would call this 2nd and 8. Chris Jones is out of this game, by the way. That's a big loss for Spagnuolo's unit. Of course, getting rested up, making sure he's not too injured for the playoffs, of course. Playoffs? Yeah, the playoffs. Russell Wilson in the shotgun out of 11 personnel for the Steelers. Now he goes back to pass, looking right, looking left, can't find anyone, and is going to be sacked. No, to get it away. Tried to throw the ball away. Karlaftis was hot on his tail. Got him all the way down. He threw it, but was he down? That's the question. Is it a sack or an incompletion? Wilson could not find anybody open. Let's see the replay. Oh, he's definitely down. That's a sack for Karlaftis. It's another guy we could add in the draft, but we didn't. I'm going to say he lost definitely more than 3 yards. That is definitely a sackaroonie. He down. Can't do that. Once your knee's down, you can't throw the ball, Russell. Oh, 10 yards. Wow. All right, 3rd and 18. Now we're going to be a nickel. Wilson back to pass again. Here comes the rush. Able to get it away. Overthrows a receiver. Was it pass interference? Does not appear to be a flag, so that's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 18. No bueno. Russell Wilson on to a slow start so far in this ball game. Tried to go to his main man, George Pickens. Let's see. Good coverage, but it seemed like he slipped down also. Just happened to slip. Didn't seem like he was interfered with. So good coverage, but the man also slipped. So incomplete. Another punt to 81. Ruggiero. Oh, he fumbles. Ball's out. And did the Steelers get it? Or did the Chiefs pick it up? We don't know. The officials won't tell us. They're fighting for it at the bottom. So Remigio, whoever that is. Anybody know who Remigio is? Let me know. Never heard of the kid. 81. Well, he had one good return, and then he put it on the ground. So that's not too good, Remigio. And didn't even look like the guy really punched it out too much. It wasn't exactly a peanut punch, but Deion Bush able to jump on it. So Kansas City able to hold on to possession. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-play drive. So they've had a 3-play drive and a 5-play drive. One first down so far for the Steelers. No explosives. 1, 2, 3. 3 runs, 2 passes on that one. And the 2 passes were a sack and an incomplete. And on the other, so basically, the Steelers have had 4 passing opportunities in this game. 2 have resulted in a sack, 1 a completion, and the other one an incomplete. So no good so far for Mr. Russell Wilson. See if he could turn it around here as the game goes on. But yeah, I mean, these are things like, part of the Jets front office and so forth and so on. Nobody ever talks about Jaime, the president. Nobody ever talks about Ira, the consultant, except for Ed. What's his name? Eddie. Not Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's a comedian. Anyway, friend of the channel, Eddie. And, very few people talking about it. But nobody talks about the capologists and how we structure the contracts and all of those details. They're very important. Um, The best teams know how to structure their contracts. I would say the Philadelphia Eagles are some of the best at it, so that they can keep adding players as needed as the season goes along. Because you're going to have unexpected injuries, you're going to have unexpected poor performances, you're going to have things, and you need to structure these contracts in a way that you're able to um, continue to add talent as needed if you're moving along in a season and things are going well. Not that that happens too much for us, but nonetheless, if you're going to start planning for success, that's part of it. You also have to evaluate talent very well and all that good stuff. But there's other sides to this, and that's why if we hire somebody on the cap side, so like Mike Greenberg, one of the big names that's going to be talked about, and John Spytek from the Buccaneers. So Spytek is the talent evaluator side, and Mike Greenberg is the cap side. He's more of a capologist, Mike Greenberg. So if Greenberg comes in, he's going to need somebody to do the talent evaluation side of it. He's going to need a lieutenant. All right, Mahomes now starting at his own 20-yard line. Starting out in 12 personnel here. Hands it off again to Hunt, and that's not going anywhere. Lost a yard. No bueno. Second and 11. Now they're starting to use 12 personnel more. Came out hot with 11 personnel exclusively. Last three plays been in 12 with Kelsey and Gray on the field. Joe Tooney got beat on that play, looks like. Now they're in 12 again, but have the tight end split, and Mahomes fires. No good. That was a bad pass, incomplete. Looked like he did not have a good grip on that ball or something. 3rd and 11 now. So let's see if the Steelers are able to bring the heat on Mr. Mahomes. So let's see how they are able to deal with this. This would be a good momentum swinger if they're able to hold Mahomes out and not give up this first down. They are bringing somewhat of a blitz, but Mahomes navigates the pocket, starts to run now, flips it out. Jesus, this guy, man. Flag on the play. Flipped it out to Pirine for a completion, but there's a flag. Looks like they got the first down. Just when you think he's going to run, he flips it right before the line. He'll do something. You go to him, he flips it out. You stay in coverage, he runs. Yeah, he's a very smart guy. Just a very smart athlete. Annoying to watch at times if you're not a fan of the Chiefs. But you got to give the guy credit. He's a very smart athlete. Now they're saying it's holding defense, of course. Mahomes looked in trouble. Got to throw a flag. Holding defense, that's going to be declined. So that's just a pass to Pirine for a first down. And Mahomes just scrambled out. They did try to do some. They brought about 5 people on the rush. And as he was about to get tackled, he just flips it up in the air, and Pirine's right there for the catch. Now they're in. Now they're in 11 personnel. 1st and 10. Another blitz, and doesn't get home. Throws it deep to Watson, complete for a big play. Nice throw and catch by Mahomes and Watson. That time, Pittsburgh was gambling with a blitz with one of their safeties that left their cornerbacks one-on-one, and Mahomes found the right guy. Watson open, hit him. Not good coverage by 26. I believe that's Joey Porter, if I'm not mistaken. No bueno, Porter. 1st and 10. You bring a blitz, you better get home on Mahomes. He knows how to navigate it. Another pass toward the end zone, knocked down this time by 42. Incomplete. Good play by the defense on that one. 2nd and 10. Cam Hayward almost got home on Mahomes on that one. DeAndre Hopkins going up for that one, was not able to bring it down. End around now. Over to the Speedy Worthy. And he's crunched by Hayward. So that's a run. I got a 12. That's Worthy. So they're using Xavier Worthy to get some nice trick plays. 50% on second down. Trey Smith got in the way there. Yeah, that's a 0. So 3rd and 4, they're saying. Okay. So 1. So 3rd and 4. Getting 11 personnel. Throwing toward the end zone. And he's got a man. It looks like Watson. Yep. Justin Watson. Very valuable guy. So not going too well for the Steelers so far in this ball game. That's just precision passing by the Mahomester. Kermit the Frog found the man quickly and put it right on him. Dime for the score. That's good quarterbacking right there by 15. Attaboy 15. See if Butker can make a extra point. He does. So 13-0 Kansas City. So everybody's sick and tired of the Kansas City Chiefs winning. Might not get any respite today on Christmas. Might not get any respite today. Looks like a three-peat might be happening, JoJo says. Yeah, well, I mean they're going to have a perilous path. I mean, the Bills, the Ravens, lots of teams can give them a problem. But of course, when you have Mahomes, you can give other teams problems. So the way I would look at it is, yeah, that's certainly possible, but also the playoffs should be really fun. There's a lot of really good AFC teams. I wish the Lions were healthy on defense because they're really good in the NFC. And then you got the Eagles, of course. So, you got some fun NFC battles. And you got the Packers and the Vikings, and those are some fun teams right there. So we got some good playoff battles coming for the playoffs. And the Chiefs, you can never count them out. It's just like the Bills and Josh Allen, and the Ravens with Lamar Jackson. These teams with elite quarterback play, you just can never count them out. Just the way it is, and that's what happens when you just get lucky in the draft and you find an elite guy and develop them. So playing, this is some weird commercial that they're playing about some movie. But yeah, that's what happens. You can struggle. You can not have stats. You can not win as many games. You can get lucky sometimes. But if you have that quarterback, you make the playoffs and anything can happen. We'll see if the Chiefs can be knocked out by anybody this year. Number of candidates could do it, but we'll just have to see. But it's going to be fun playoffs no matter how you think about it, I say. Definitely should be some fun matchups. There's a Saturday triple header this week, for example, not the playoffs, but a Saturday football. Right now, we got Wednesday football. And so far, it's looking like it's affecting the Steelers way more than the Chiefs. Superhuman Patrick Mahomes gets a high ankle sprain. No problem. I can play on a Saturday. I can play on a Wednesday. I can play on a Tuesday. I can play in the parking lot. I can play anywhere. He's superhuman Patrick Mahomes. He can do it all, ladies and gentlemen. He can do it all, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, so now Harrison Butker can kick it off to the Steelers. They're going to have to field this one. I think this is Cordarrelle Patterson, as a matter of fact, but he looks slow as hell. It only gets it out to the 22. Cordarrelle Patterson looks like he's maybe 50 years old. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, most TD Most pass TDs in first 8 seasons all time. Patrick Mahomes, Peyton Manning tied for number one. Then Dan Marino. Whew. Russell Wilson throws a moon ball and Pickens is able to pick it up. That's a good combination. That's one of the reasons that Wilson going to the Steelers was a great idea because he's got a guy like this 22, 32, 42. Wow. Uh, so he just throws bombs, and Pickens is great uh, at catching bombs. And then you have this running game. So now the Steelers are getting going. We got two big plays in a row. One explosive. This here. They run to Warren. Looks a little fresher than Najee. Warren able to get about, oh, maybe, yeah, that's like 21 yards. Now they come back with Warren, run up the middle, and gets about 8 or so. This was a first down. This was a first down. Moving with a little bit of alacrity. Two explosives in a row. And then they had another run. Warren plus 8 to second down. Should be able to get a first down, 2nd and 4. Okay. They give it to Warren again, and he's able to get into the end zone. So this was 6-1, 2nd and 4, and Warren for a touchdown. Flag. Oh, holding flag. So that got wiped out. So -1. So it'll be second. They call the tight end for holding. Mm, got his arm outside. That's going to get called every time, especially when you throw the guy down like that. Get your arm inside, the coach is telling him. 2nd and 14 now. So probably be in nickel. Yeah. And let's see how Russell Wilson will navigate this. He's in the shotgun, and now he's back to pass. Throws it up the middle. Picked off by the Chiefs. Wow. That is really, really, really disappointing for Steelers fans. They had a touchdown. They call a holding, and then the next play, Russell Wilson throws an interception. Wow. So Russell Wilson has had 2 sacks, an interception, and a number of incompletions, and he had one big play to Pickens. That is the Russell Wilson experience right there. Uh, so there's another gift from the refs over to Mahomes. Take a touchdown off the board. 3, 4, 5 play draft. And 3 runs, 2 passes results in a turnover. No bueno. 2 explosives on the play, 2 first downs on the play, and one big, huge penalty on the big tight end, Darnell Washington. So now the Mahomes will get it again. So the Chiefs have had 2 possessions so far and scored a touchdown on both of them. And similar to what we saw in the Packers game a couple of nights ago, these commercials are really odd. Um, Similar to what we saw from the Packers, they just moved the ball down the field pretty much at will against the hapless Saints. Well, you thought the Chiefs would maybe have a problem with the Pittsburgh Steelers and their vaunted defense and T.J. Watt and Cameron Hayward and Minka Fitzpatrick and all of these people. Not so much so far, anyways. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, an 8-play drive, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-play drive. both resulting in touchdowns. They started out running the ball a lot, then they kind of switched over to the pass. 2 run, 5 passes. Just kind of dinking and dunking, no explosives, no penalty there. So, just an efficient, well run offense. They went for it on 4th down in the first drive. That turned out to be a wise decision, not kicking the field goal. Let's just go for it. They converted and then were able to punch it into the end zone. So Butker missed the extra point, but still. Big Green is here. He says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Big Green. Good to see you. Good to see everybody on a Merry Christmas Wednesday. It's Christmas Wednesday as the NFL tries to take over football from the NBA on Christmas. And they do it in Pittsburgh. So now you got 11 personnel. Again, they're starting out on their 20-yard line. And Mahomes with a quick pass over to Worthy. And is able to get about 7 yards or so. Good first down play. Solid. 2nd and 3. See if they're able to continue their dominance of the Steeler defense here today in Pittsburgh. Steeler fans got to be wondering what's going on over here with this Wilson guy. All right, now we got a running play up the middle. Got about a yard. So 3rd and 2. Can the vaunted Steeler defense get a 3rd down stop? They really need it. They need to get back into this game. You don't want them to go down the field, get another touchdown, obviously, because then you'll be very far behind. However, if you get a stop here, turn it around, let's get some points on the board. Let's make this game competitive. Let's go, boys. What's going on here? Now they're in 11 personnel, so 3rd and 2, they're going to pass. Mahomes goes back, manipulates the pocket. It's hit and almost picked off. That hit the ground. That is not an interception, but it is incomplete. And so with where it is on the field, this is going to be a punt. So good enough as they were able to get up and hit it at the line of scrimmage, and it fell incomplete. Queen almost able to intercept it. Looked like Watt was able to get up and hit that one. So Queen dove for it and did not catch it. So here's an opportunity now for the Steelers to get back into the game as Matt Ariza will have to come into the game and punt for the first time in the cold weather. So gets off a nice punt. The punt god, they call him. That's a beautiful punt. Better return it some kind of way. Calvin Austin gets it out to about the 28-yard line. So a decent return. Let's see if the Steelers can make any hay on this drive, a 4th drive of the ball game. So they do get a defensive stop, able to get up and block the pass by Mahomes. Always good to be able to jump at the line of scrimmage and knock down a pass or two. Always good to do that. We'll have to see if they can convert this now. 13-0. The Kansas City Chiefs are on top. Let's see something here. Yeah, no difference there. No, we don't want that. Take that out of there. Sometimes you got to work on some design elements inside the old software. So yeah, there we go. We got fast-moving ball game. Mahomes and the Chiefs able to move the ball pretty easily down the field, except for that last drive, and they only got stopped by a leaping T.J. Watt, able to get his hands on the football. Otherwise, probably would have had a first down. Steelers so far not able to do much. They did have 2 big plays two explosives, one moonball to Pickens, and another one a big run by Jalen Warren. And but other than that, and in crunch time, Russell Wilson has not been performing well. Sack on third down, big sack on second down, then an incompletion, and then as they were in the red zone going for their first touchdown, he was intercepted in the end zone by the safety Jordan Reed. So not a stellar game from Russell Wilson so far. Justin Fields is the third quarterback in this ball game. He's the emergency quarterback. He has a minor injury as well, but he's the emergency quarterback in this ball game. Not that Mike Tomlin's going to feel like taking Russell Wilson out, I don't think. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. The Netflix Christmas game. uh, all right, first down. We're in our base. Let's see what the Steelers do. Maybe a big dose of the run. Maybe they try to get the run going here with Najee. Yep, he takes a pitch off to the left side and is able to get about 3 or 4 yards. Fighting for extra yardage, as Najee always does. So it'll be second down here as they show Chris Jones on the sideline reporting Stacey Dales is reporting something or other. You might want to report how many yards to go on second down instead of showing Chris Jones. We already know Chris Jones is at second and 6 as the quarter ends. So that meant Harris went for 4. That's a 1, second and 6. All right. First quarter ends. It's 13-0 Chefs over the Stillers at Ginsburg. The Chiefs able to come into a tough place to play. Ginsburg certainly is. I've been in that stadium. It's a tough place to play. And what you want to do is exactly what they're doing. Get out to a big lead or to a lead at least um, early. Keep the crowd out of it to the degree that you can. And keep them from playing Renegade. That's for sure. And, that's so far they have been able to do so. They've had 3 drives, and they scored a touchdown on 2 of them, got bogged down on the third one. Pittsburgh so far, punt, turnover. No bueno. That's how you wind up with 0 points. Punt, turnover. So there you go on that one as we move forward on this Christmas Day game. So we'll just have to see how this one turns out. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. Let me know if there's any questions in the chat during the commercials. We got Patrick Mahomes doing commercials. He's on just about every commercial. He's the new Peyton Manning, obviously, for the NFL. Every commercial, every promo, every single thing has got them on it. Very popular people. They can sell you on just about anything. Peyton Manning, insurance salesman. I mean, why you would take your insurance advice from Peyton and Manning, I don't know, but apparently he's a powerful spokesperson for the insurance products that they want to sell you. That's what I think. But that's just the way it goes when you're a popular athlete. All of the insurance companies and all of corporate America then comes along and says, please pitch our product. You're a popular athlete. People listen to you. And, take your opinion seriously. And so forth and so on. We know you could pitch an insurance product. You could sell a restaurant. You could sell the new Apple iPhone. People, if you tell people to buy this iPhone, people are going to buy it. Venom AD is here. Merry Christmas, Venom. American Venom, they might say. All right, the Steelers now. Let's see if they can make some hay finally in this drive. 4th drive of the game, punt, turnover. Let's get some. Let's get some. I think we're in nickel. Let's get some yardage here. Let's get going. Wilson throws to the open receiver. He's got him. That's Pickens. That's the first down. All right, let's make some hay here. No reason we can't. First down to first and 10. And they bring you in the booth with Nate Burleson, J.J. Watt, and Ian Eagle. It's very important that we come into the booth to say hello to the broadcasters. Okay, now, yeah, I would say this is nickel again. So over the middle now to Washington, the tight end for a first down, big man. Trying to take him down, very tough to do. This is kind of what you need to do, probably. Just keep it a little bit safer. You don't need to go for home run balls all the time. Probably 6 yards or so. Second and 2. No, it was 8 yards. Well, okay. 8-2. Second and 2. They get the first down. There you go. First down, first and 10. Now, if I was the Chiefs, I might start loading the box a little bit, try to take away that run. And then Wilson now going to throw, goes downfield, and he's got a man. Pat Fryermuth for a big gainer. Nice job by Wilson there. Looked like maybe a little bit of a push off, but it works. It works. They don't call it. Hey, this is base again. Now they're going to run with Warren. He gets through the line and picks up about 11 yards. Nice run by Jalen Warren. He's looking fresh and fit. He's looking spry. First down. Now they're moving the ball. 3 consecutive first downs. You got to like that. Good job by Pittsburgh, and nice job by the offensive line opening a hole for 30. Good job, Jalen Warren, finding the hole and hitting it up for another first down. So now they're kind of dinking and dunking down. And now they're continuing with the dose of Warren. Gets about 3 yards on the running play there. Up the middle. Second and 7. Let's make this game competitive, Pittsburgh. Let's go now. Let's go now. How about we make this game a little bit more competitive, Stillers? Let's go, Artie Smith. Let's get it going. Artie. Smarty Artie. This would be nickel now. Wilson back to pass. He can't find anyone. Throws it away before he gets sacked again. So at least he knew that much. He's having trouble finding people open. So instead of taking the sack like he's done a couple of times already, was able to get rid of the ball. And the Chiefs have been getting really good pressure. Even though they don't have Chris Jones playing in this game, they have been able to get some really nice pressure onto Russell Wilson and get him to get a little bit of the happy feet, which he can do at times. All right, now we're in nickel as they are at third and long. So let's see, Russell in the shotgun. They split. This is a 3-by-1 formation. In 11 personnel, let's see what Wilson wants to do. You're able to find somebody very quickly. There you go. Fryermuth over the middle. When you need a first down, you go to Fryermuth. That's what you do. Nicely done by Mr. Wilson on that one. Yep, able to quickly diagnose it, put it on him. Perfect. That's good quarterback play right there. Back foot hits, get it out. You know what you're looking at. Get it to the man, put it on him. Boom. Let's go. Keep moving the ball. That's what you do. And now they hand it up off the middle. Warren fighting, takes it all the way to the 1-yard line. You got to love Jalen Warren. They got 2 really good backs in Pittsburgh. Warren and Naj. And they're always fighting. They're down there on the 1-yard line or so. They'll probably do another running play right up the gut. Punch him in the mouth. Why not? Do it again. Let's go. You got a nice center. Their rookie center's been playing very well. Zach Frazier, by the way. Goal line. Nope, they faked the run. Now Russell's going to run with it off to the left side, and he's able to get it in. So there you go. Scramble. +1 touchdown. All right, there you go. That's a way to do it. Let's make this game competitive now. Good job, Russell. Use your legs. Yep, he got in. That's the way you do it. 5, 8, 11, and 10, 21-point drive. There you go. All right, let's make this game competitive now. Let's make this extra point. Let's go. Yinzers are tired of this. Losing to Mahomes and these people. All right, we got it. So extra point. Good. Touchdown, extra point. Nicely done. There you go. 1, 2, 3. 11 play drive. I had it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 designed runs, 6 designed passes. I had it. They had a lot of first downs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first downs on that drive. That's the way to do it. No penalties, and you had no explosives. Yeah, but you had some big plays when you needed them, mostly to Freiermuth. That's the man you go to when you're in trouble. That's your safety blanket right there. 4, 5. Okay. All right, so on the fourth drive, they're able to punch it through. First 3 drives, no bueno, but because they held them on the Chiefs' third drive, and they were able to go down and score a touchdown. 1, 2, 3 play drive there. They're able to keep it competitive. It's 13-7, and it's a competitive ball game right now. Where it would look like for a second it could get out of hand there. But the defense, T.J. Watt, was able to stand up, jump up, hit the ball, and change the whole complexion of the first half. So we'll see if the defense of the Steelers can do that once again, holding them down. The vaunted defense of your Pittsburgh Steelers. As we all know, the strength of their team historically and always, defense. You got to love it. You got to love it. 1 run, 2 pass, no first down, no penalties, punt. All right, so now it'll be the fourth drive for the Chiefs. We'll see what their offense is able to do on this drive. So far, so good for them in terms of offense is concerned. And we'll see if the Steelers are able to keep on making them pay for not having Chris Jones in the middle by running up the middle more and more in this game as time goes on. That's what I would expect them to do, really try to wear down these Chiefs defenders, their second and third stringers who have to play more snaps now. When you have a superstar like Chris Jones out of the lineup, now your second and third stringers got to take more snaps than they're used to. So late in the season, let's see if that affects them as they kick it off, get it out to about the 30-yard line. So that's where we shall begin. So they're showing now some weird animation for some reason. Okay, about Mike Tomlin. All right, 1st and 10. 11 personnel out of the shotgun is Mahomes, and he rolls to his left, throws over to, is that Hopkins? No, that's Hollywood Brown. By now, at this point in the season, Mahomes has a lot of different receivers that he can go to. They acquired Hopkins and got Brown back from injury, and Worthy, the rookie in the draft, starting to come into his own and all. So he's got a lot of weapons now. Juju Smith-Schuster. He got everybody. 11 personnel again. Back now he's throwing a deep ball. And threw that one high for Brown. No good. Incomplete. For a long time this season, they were saying, well, all these people are injured. We don't have enough receivers. We don't have enough explosive people. They got enough explosive people now, I would say. I would say. 3rd and 6. Of course, J.J. Watt is here, and he's the brother of T.J. Watt. So he has a rooting interest, I would say. But this is 11 personnel again. They go to Worthy. Complete for a 13-yard gain. First down. Or so. T.J. Watt not really having much of an impact in terms of sacking the quarterback right now. Did have that tip ball. That was a big play. Kelsey and Gray. So this is 12 personnel here. Mahomes in the shotgun again, going back to pass. Now moves forward, throws to a wide open Hollywood Brown. That's another first down. Natural pick play. Man, guy was wide open. Nice design, nice throw, very well done. 1st and 10. This is 11 again. Now they go to the run. Pacheco, not much luck there. Up the middle, only about a yard. Only about a yard on that play. So we'll see how they're able to matriculate down the field on this drive here as they continue to chew up the clock. They'll be in a good spot if they're able to put another touchdown on the board here. Keep putting the Steelers back on their heels and get them away from the ability to run as much as they probably would like to. 12 personnel again here, and they're thrown out of it. So Mahomes fakes to the left. Now it fakes again. Now it gets rid of it to Kelsey, who's able to manipulate his way down the field for about a 5-yard gain or so. So it should be third and about 4 or so. Maybe 3. No, they said 3rd and 4. Yeah. Now they got 5 spread out, 5 wide. Mahomes goes back to pass, throws it, completes it to Hopkins. Is he able to get the first down? Does not look like it. Now what are they going to do? They might kick a field goal from here, perhaps. Let's see what they decide to do on 4th down. 4th and 1. Clock ticking. Looks like they're going to go for it. Why not? You got Mahomes. Mahomes magic. Might as well. This is a big formation. 12 personnel in here. Condensed splits. And Mahomes back to pass. Throws right over the middle to Kelsey. You might want to cover that guy. Wide open. And goes all the way down toward the 12-yard line. Might be a good idea to pick him up. Although there's a flag. Flag holding on the offense, so that takes that away. So now they holding on Jawan Taylor. Oh, that's holding. And illegal hands to the face. Can you call 2 penalties on one? He held his face, and then he's holding him too. Now let's see what they do. They're not going to go for it from here, but are they going to kick the field goal? What are they doing over here? Well, we'll just have to find out if they stop showing us close-ups of people's faces. Can you just show us what's going on the field, please? Thank you. Oh, looks like they are going to punt. All right, so now there's a timeout. Everybody confused, but the Chiefs were ultimately in punting formation. So, not sure what all the confusion was about. Maybe they thought it was going to be a fake punt or something. TJ Watt's all upset about something. So one of the disadvantages of watching these games without any sound on, you sometimes don't know what the hell's going on, especially when they show you the close-ups. I wish they would stop showing close-ups so much. Can you just show the formation? We don't need close-ups of everybody's faces so much. Now it does look like they are going to continue on with this punt idea. Not going to go for the long field goal, I guess. Maybe the weather conditions do not permit such long field goaling, I guess. Ariza now, unless they're going to fake it. Nope, punts it. Can he put it inside the 5? Yes. Oh, looks like he tried, but it goes into the end zone for a touchback. So, in that case, the Steeler defense gets bailed out, in a sense, by the holding call, though it was definitely holding. 1, 2, 8-play drive. That's something that could keep the um, that could keep the Chiefs out of the Super Bowl this year, is if their line play, which has been pretty bad, especially for their high standards, um, could come back to haunt them. They're probably going to have to target some offensive linemen in the draft, I would say, this year. 2 first downs, 1 big penalty. They really need to get a tackle. You know, no explosives. And a punt. So Andy Reid played that one pretty conservatively with the punt there on 4th down after they were going to go for it. So now Steelers with a little bit of momentum in this game, at least. Able to get a couple of stops now. So can the offense once again take advantage? Let's see if they're able to build off of what they did before. Like I said, I think they should do a lot of runs up the middle. Really, really, really test the backups and the backups of the backups when Chris Jones is out of the game. Really make them, show you they can stop it. You got a good young center. Zach Frazier's been rated like a top 5 center by PFF. By the way, Joe Tippmann is 4th in the league per PFF grade. Overall, we got a top 5 center in Joe Tippmann right now. So that's good news for the Jets. But you won't hear Dick Chimney talking about that. No, he's got to talk about Garrett Wilson being upset, apparently. And the terseness of Aaron Rodgers' answers. Aaron Rodgers a little terse when he answered the question. Oh, that's big news. Big news. Aaron Rodgers didn't say a lot of words. Big news being reported by Dick Chimney. Dick Chimney reporting. Scoop. Scoopage. Aaron Rodgers didn't have an eloquent answer to one of my questions. Scoop by Dick Chimney. Scoopaloopa. Dick Chimney got a scoop. Uh, Aaron Rodgers didn't have a lot of words to answer my question. Scoop by Dick Chimney. Infrared Jets is here. Tippmann is fire. Yeah. 4th best center in the league per PFF grade. You got to like that. That's good to know. We're in, say this is nickel here. And Russell Wilson back to pass, out to the flat. Calvin Austin makes a move, but does not get very far. About a yard on the play, if that. That one didn't work out so good. 2nd and long. Nice tackle by the Chiefs. But yeah, they really need to focus on offensive line in the draft, it seems to me. Where they're going to be picking, I don't know if there's going to be, the kind of quality that they would like. Najee Harris up the middle. But That's a really big need for them. That line's starting to break down. When you take one of your guards who's always been a guard pretty much for a long time in the league and put him at tackle, you got problems. Now he's been doing okay, so you know that's nice. But then somebody else has to play guard who you thought was a backup, et cetera, et cetera. So all kind of problemos when your starting tackles don't work out. Third and long. Let's see what Russell Wilson's able to do. He's in the shotgun here. Got Pickens out to the left. That's his favorite target, of course, as you would expect. Now he's going to try to run for it, and he is able to get it. So there you go. Russell Wilson doesn't see the field. No problem. I'll just run for it. That's something he definitely brings to the table still at his advanced age. Still brings that to the table for sure. It will run for a first down. Good job, Mr. Wilson. And I actually think that's one of the reasons why Tomlin's been sticking with him. He knows he doesn't have to be a precise passer so much, when he can bring that kind of thing to the table in terms of running for first downs as needed, but then still also give you some explosives in the passing game. Now he drops it off over to Warren, able to get about 6 yards on first down. That's a nice first down pickup. 2nd and 4. So this is what you want for the Steelers. There's 3:50 left in the second quarter. 13-7. You've been getting outplayed. You're only down 6 points. This is exactly what you want if you're the Steelers. You're getting outplayed, but you're hanging in there. Wilson really, made that one big mistake, but nonetheless, still able to move the team down the field, and the defense has come up pretty big. So this is kind of the kind of game you want. Gritty, gutty game. Harris, no gain. So now here's a big third down. But you're right in the game. Overall, you've been getting outplayed. And your quarterback has made a couple of mistakes. But you're down 6 points, and there's 3 minutes left in the second quarter. And if you convert this third down and keep going down the field, you can get a touchdown or a field goal and be right in the game. And could even be leading the game. And this is the kind of ball control you want to have if you're the Steelers. Now they hand it off again. Trick play to Cordarrelle Patterson. That was not something I would have advised to do. Didn't work. Only got a yard or so. Let's see what they do on fourth down. I got about a yard or two. This Patterson does not look like his old self. He used to be a jack of all trades. You could use him all over the place. Now he looks kind of slow and non-explosive. Might be getting up there in age. And now they're going to have to punt, so they're not going to risk it for the biscuit. So puntadero and a flag on the field. And so yeah, they bogged down again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 play drive. Could not convert there. Weird play call to Patterson on third down. I'm not sure about that. Artie. Flag. Illegal men. It's a flag on the Chiefs, so they'll push him back. I don't know, legal man downfield or something. I don't know what that was. 1 first down, no penalties, no explosives, and a punt. Yeah, third down, let's hand it off to Cordarrelle Patterson, who used to be good 5 years ago. Is probably not the best. Oh, wait, what? They're giving him a first down. What? What is going on? I guess it's on the... I guess it was before the... God, that screws up my whole thing. All right, well, they got a new first down. Let's see if they can take advantage. Not on that play. Not sure what they called to negate it. 2nd and 10. So this is good. Obviously for the Steelers, they've gotten a couple of benefit of a couple of calls here. Although one was that holding call was certainly holding on Jawan Taylor. That's a signing that hasn't really worked out for the Chiefs. Jawan Taylor has not performed well for them. And then the other tackle position has just been a disaster, so much so that they had to move Joe Tippmann out. They had to move Joe Tooney out there. We're not moving Joe Tibman to tackle, that's for sure. But they had to move Joe Tooney out there, so now I mean, you really don't want to move a lifetime guard over to tackle, so they're gonna have to address that probably in the first round of the draft this year. It's the one thing, especially if they get bounced from the playoffs and it's apparent that that's the problem. They're going to address it pretty hard in the offseason, I would say. Old Brett Veach will say, look, we got to get this line straightened out so we can get back to the promised land while we still have Patrick Mahomes in his prime. See what they can do with that. They might have to get a free agent or two, might have to draft a kid or two. You name it, they'll probably attack it that way. Anybody know what that penalty was? Let me know what the penalty was that gave the ball back to the Steelers. That was a weird call. I thought they were just calling something that happened after the kick and that was going to push the Chiefs back, but they gave the ball back to the Steelers. Let me know what that call was. I couldn't tell. Were they just offsides or what? Or are they showing the Jets? Really shouldn't be showing the Jets for any kind of highlights. Behind the lens. Verizon behind the lens. Whatever that means. Hey, Lindsay Lohan is wishing us a happy holidays. Thank God we have people like Lindsay Lohan wishing us a happy holidays. Otherwise, who would wish us happy holidays but for Lindsay Lohan? Good thing she's around here. Otherwise, we wouldn't know what to do with ourselves. Let's get Lindsay Lohan on camera. She'll tell us what to do. All right, we're back on the ball game here. We're in nickel defense. All right, Russell's in the shotgun. Looks like it's going to be a pass here on 2nd and 11. Let's see what they do. Yep. Looks left, goes and finds Mr. Pickens for about a 3-yard. Oh, they called him down. They called it progress stop, but he was able to get free. Now George Pickens may be the only man who wears 2 mouth guards, so you got to watch that. But this man was stopped, and then he kept fighting, and they said they blew the whistle for some reason. They shouldn't have blown that whistle, I don't think. Only got about 2 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 9. See if they bring the heat on old Mr. Wilson. They do not. They rush 4. Wilson looking left, goes downfield, got a man. Oh, but it was broken up by the safety. Nice play by the Chiefs, able to break up that one. Incomplete 4th down. They'll have to punt anyway. Good play by number 2, Williams, I guess. They were trying to go to old friend Mike Williams. Has not exactly been a stellar acquisition by the Steelers. Has not been that productive for them over time. And so they wind up punting anyway. So now the Chiefs will have it with about a minute to go. And because they were not able to put points on the board there, the Chiefs can really take charge of this game. If they're able to go down and score with a minute, they'll be in their hurry-up offense, obviously. So we'll see if Mahomes is able to operate the hurry-up 1-minute offense here in Yinzertown, as the Yinzers are all crammed into the football stadium. It's a nice football stadium. It used to be called Heinz Field. Now it's called Acrisure Stadium. One of the worst transitions of naming rights in NFL history. Heinz Field works perfectly. Heinz ketchup comes from Pittsburgh originally. Perfect partnership. Heinz Field, excellent, great. Then they decide, nah, we're going to change it to Acrisure Stadium because they're giving us more money. Amazing that the Heinz people didn't continue to see the value of having the stadium named Heinz Field for one of the iconic franchises in all of football. You would think that Heinz ketchup and Heinz, God knows what they have now, flavored ketchup or whatever they've got, that they didn't want to continue on sponsoring the stadium. No, we're going to let Acrature Insurance take it over some reason. Here's Fred Warner's going to tell us about Experian credit monitoring. If there's anybody who knows about credit monitoring, it's linebacker Fred Warner of the 49ers. He knows all about credit monitoring. He's a credit monitoring expert, you see. And so Fred Warner, if he tells you to get the Experian app, you should absolutely grab it because there's nobody who knows about credit monitoring, as much as Fred Warner. We all know that. I mean, if you want somebody to advise you on how to keep track of your own credit, you should ask Fred Warner. Everybody knows everybody knows that. Fred Warner is the guy to ask about credit monitoring. Absolutely. Absolutely. He knows. Nobody knows credit monitoring like Fred Warner. All pro linebacker Fred Warner knows about credit monitoring for sure. All right, so now it's looking like another player for the Chiefs is injured, number 69. I'm not sure who that is exactly. It might be an offensive lineman, but these days you never can tell with the numbers how they do them. 11 personnel from the 18-yard line to give up. Well, they hand the ball off, so maybe they're not going to do a hurry up, though they are rushing to the line now. Not sure why they did that. Now Mahomes back to pass, and he throws it to P. Ryan, who goes out of bounds after about 6 yards. Should be about 3rd and 4. Um, yep. Well, now this is 11 because you got Kelsey on the field. So now Mahomes back to pass, throws it over the middle to Worthy, not able to convert the first down. That was no bueno. Good tackling by the Steelers. So they're probably going to have to punt now. And Steelers will get the ball back and try to convert and get some. This is a nice play by Minkah Fitzpatrick. 39. Great job, 39. Click and close. Absolutely. Beautiful play by 39. You love to see good safety play in this frickin' game, in this NFL. JoJo says Mike Pennell. Oh, so that's a defensive lineman. Used to be only offensive linemen could be in the 60s. Now they let people have all kind of numbers that they want. That's pretty dumb in my opinion. Wide receivers and tight ends should be in the 80s. Linebackers should be in the 50s, so forth and so on. Defensive linemen should only be 90s and 70s. Let's go back to the real way things were. And here's a punt by Ariza. So depending how this punt goes, the Steelers may kneel on it, or they may try to do something. Still only down 6, I think, considering how they're playing. You got to say they're lucky to be only down 6. That is a really nice punt. Ariza, don't forget, is the punt god. He can punt the hell out of it. So punts it all the way back to the end zone. So Kansas City, not a great drive there at all. They started off with a run play with a minute to go for some reason. That was pretty dumb. And then they had 2 completions, but short of the sticks, and so had to punt. No bueno. No penalties. Punt. So let's see what the Steelers do. 31 seconds from the 20-yard line. Looks like they are going to make a go of it. Let's see. Wilson back to pass. Does throw to Freiermuth for a few yards. Not much there. as the clock continues to tick, so they're not moving very fast. So it looks like they're just kind of going to play it out here. There's not enough time. Throws down the field. Oh, Mike Williams able to make a catch there. Hey, how about that? Did he keep his feet in bounds? It's about a 24-yard. That's an explosive. If he kept his feet in, let's see. Makes the catch. There's the old Mike Williams we know and love. 1 foot. No, I don't think so. Let's see. Possession. 1 foot. I don't see any other body part. Unless he got his shin or something. Nah, I think he's out. I think he's out. I think he's out. I don't think he got that shin in. But this is a typical Mike Williams play that he usually does. He actually got his right foot down twice. I don't think that counts. I think you got to get 2 feet down. You can't get the same foot twice. I think that there was another play in the league where that happened. Good old Mike Williams, throw him a 50-50 ball. Yeah, that's incomplete. So that was not that. 3rd and 7, they just run it up the middle, then run out the clock. Warren gets some free yardage. And that's the end of the half. It's a 0. So, I mean, you look at it, the Steelers are lucky to be down 6, but they only have 7 points. So it depends how you look at it. Wilson hasn't been great, but he's made a couple of big plays. So, this is kind of the game. This is what the Steelers kind of are right now. They play good defense, not suffocating defense, but holding, Mahomes and the Chiefs to 13 points and a half is okay. It's not great. I mean, they're on pace for 26 points, which is, not bad. So, but then they hang around. They're only down by 6. They hang around. They have some plays. They make some mistakes. And usually at the end of the game, they find a way to win it. And that's the way the Steelers do it. That's the Mike Tomlin effect. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to keep it close. We're going to keep you in the ball game. And at the end of the day, we're just going to outlast you. So we'll see who's able to make the second half adjustments. Who's able to, um, who's able to adjust to what's going on. And there's a documentary about the Dallas Cowboys coming to Netflix in 2025. Of course, this game is on Netflix, which I just got for this purpose. But I was able to watch. So once you get Netflix, right, then if you get it for like 1 day, then you're going to cancel it, right? So that's what I'm going to do. But since I have it, I figured, let me look what else is on here. So I started watching that series called Receiver. I don't know if you guys have watched it. It followed the first series that they had called Quarterback, which I thought was very good. But the Receiver one was not as good. But it did feature Devontae Adams, and it was very revealing as to all of the injuries that he had, when he was playing with the Raiders and all of the things he was going through while playing with the Raiders with all these terrible quarterbacks and so forth and so on. So very revealing about that. And when the Jets played the Raiders, when Rodgers was injured, Wilson was our quarterback, they had like a 4-hour, dinner. They met for dinner, and Devontae and Aaron had a 4-hour dinner meeting where they had discussions about God knows what. Really makes me think those two are kind of like a package deal, in terms of whether they stay, whether they go. I think they're going to want to play together next year for somebody, either for us or for somebody else. So that's something that the new brain trust is going to have to consider. Do we want the duo of Rogers and Adams or not. And so that'll be all right. So the Netflix assembled Kay Adams, Robert Griffin III, Manti Te'o, and Mina uh, Crimes, whatever her name is. So I like Robert Griffin III. He has a lot of interesting things to say. Manti Te'o, I've seen him on a couple of the broadcasts that they have. Like I think he was on Good Morning Football for a while. Um, he's coming into his own as a broadcaster, I would say. Manti, former linebacker for the uh, Notre Dame Fighting Irish, but he's committing a sin right now. If you look at him on TV, he's committing a sin. If you work out a lot, you got the big arms. You can't be wearing a tight jacket. Tight jacket with big arms does not look good. You think it looks good, but it doesn't. That's something he's going to have to learn over time. You know, you work out a lot, you got the big arms going. Okay, cool. Love it. Good job. But then when you wear the jacket, you can't have the tight jacket around your biceps. That's no bueno. See, the way Robert Griffin's jacket is on him is better. Manti Te'o's got the big, huge arms, and he's got the tight jacket. That's no bueno. That's a fashion faux pas by Manti. Can't have that. Can't have that. Somebody got to get to him and tell him, hey, listen, bud, we know you're proud of your large arms. We get it. Muscular, good. You're working out, excellent. Keeping yourself in shape, great job. Good job, Manti. But then you got to go. You got to get the next size up. You can't go tight jacket on the biceps. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Sorry. That's a sartorial sin right there. Sartorial sin. They got a Netflix helmet and a bunch of presents. So this is something that, Netflix threw together. This is the first time Netflix has live football on the channel, I think. I don't think they've ever had it, as far as I know. So they're getting their things together. They're figuring out who needs to be on set, which personalities do we need. Why do we need Mina Crimes? I don't know. We need somebody to be the you need somebody on a broadcast to be the puck distributor. Seems like they have two puck distributors there. I don't know why you need Mina Crimes, but that's what they went for. And Robert Griffin III, okay. Manti Te'o, he's getting his broadcasting career started. He's getting into a lot of these programs. People remember him from Notre Dame days and so forth and so on. And so I think it looks pretty good. They got a pretty good set. I can't hear what they're saying, so I don't know. Maybe they're saying some crappy stuff. I don't know. But looks pretty good for a first try. I think they'll get better over time. I think Netflix will probably, if they get big ratings here, they're going to want to increase their participation in NFL football because look at all these sports programming things that they have on their, on their service. It's only natural. Like if you're gonna get Netflix for the NFL games, the live games, then like I do, you're gonna look around and say, all right, I got this Netflix. What else do they have that I'm interested in? And they have all these documentaries about all this sports stuff. I watched Aaron Rodgers' Enigma. I thought that was pretty good. Um, I watched Receiver. I was binge watching everything because I was like, well, I'm not going to have this for very long. But if they have a bunch of great stuff that people would like, then maybe you do keep it. You think, oh, I'm just going to cancel this, and then you start watching. You're like, well, I kind of like all this programming that they have. And they're promoting America's Team, a new one coming. So I think Netflix is, they pay all this money not only to just get ratings for this game, which they sell advertising against, and here's an ad featuring Dolphins fans. Um, so they sell advertising against it, so that's one way to make money. But then you can um, advertise all of your other programs that you have on your streaming service that are related, sports related. You know, and so we'll have to see how they do going forward, and then hiring the halftime crew. That's all part of it. So we'll have to see. Some of these commercials though are pretty wild. I think they're getting more and more creative because they know people are not going to pay attention to these friggin' commercials. They're going to go right to their phones. And speaking of which, let's see if we can get an injury update by looking on X. Maybe we could get some injury updates. Checking for updates on the old injuries. Does not seem as though there are any updates being provided by the national writers. Oh, there's a Knicks game going on, so probably a lot of people watching the Knicks, I guess. I don't watch basketball, but apparently a lot of people do. Oh, then you have the on-field crew. So Netflix had to hire two crews. So now you got the McCourty brothers. I guess you get a 2-for-1 with them. They're on the field, and then you got the crew in the studio. Not sure why you needed two different crews. You got Laura Rutledge and the McCourty brothers. Why couldn't you just go to them for halftime? Why did you need to go into the studio? I don't understand. There's no other games going on. Jaylen Warren, 8 rushes, 61 yards. Yeah, I think you're going to feature Jaylen Warren much more in the second half. Right up the gut. Make those defenders not named Chris Jones try and make the tackle on that young man. Patrick Mahomes, 14 out of 18, 143, 2 touchdowns. Just another day at the office for Patty Mahomes. No problems, really. Very hard to tackle, very hard to sack. But I don't understand why they needed to go to the four-man studio crew when they have this team here right on the field. Laura Rutledge and the McCourty brothers. I guess they're twins, the McCourty twins. And everybody's wearing turtlenecks now. I guess it's fashionable to wear turtlenecks these days. Maybe I'll wear a turtleneck uh, with my vest. I think more people should wear vests. That's what I think. Vests are like one of the cooler things to wear for if you're a man, that is. I don't know about for women. Who knows? I don't know anything about that. But since it's halftime, let me know if there's any questions, any comments in the chat, anything going on, any information we need to know that we don't know. Hit me up with some info. Hit me up with some questions. We got Matthew McConaughey dining in the rain for some reason over here on these commercials. Not sure what's going on with that. But let me know any information we need to know that we missed. Anything going on with the Jets, the Knicks, the Yankees, the Mets, anything happening anywhere. People can be listening to multiple things at once, so probably taking a look at the Knicks, your New York Knickerbockers, as they try to hit some baskets, try to knock down a few three-pointers, try to do a dunk or two over there in the basketball games. We'll see what's going on with those kind of people, but we'll keep an eye on this football game as well. So a quick look at X did not reveal any new information. So, yeah, can't relay any because we didn't get any. Second half of this Christmas Day football game between your Steelers and your Kansas City Chiefs coming up soon. 13-7 at the half. Let's see who's able to make the proper adjustments at the half. Rushing yards, Steelers had 97, but they only passed for 84, whereas the Chiefs went for 32 on the ground, 143 through the air, one turnover for the Chiefs. For the Steelers, none for the Chiefs. Time of possession, the Steelers actually won the time of possession. But they were not able to capitalize as much as the Chiefs as far as putting points on the scoreboard. So we'll see how that plays out here in the second half. I would anticipate more running up the middle for your Pittsburgh Steelers to try and wear them down. Let's see if they're able to do that. All All right, we're in the booth now with Nate Burleson and J.J. Watt. So this is also a team that Netflix had to put together. So Netflix put a lot of people onto this broadcast. They went with a three-person broadcast booth, three-person on-field team, and four people in the studio, whatever studio they're using for this. That's a lot of people they had to hire for one game. Well, really two games. They got both of these games today. There'll be another game at 4:30 between the Ravens and somebody else. Another AFC matchup. All right, let's get this game going. We don't need quarterback comparison. Let's get going on to the second half already. Why don't we? So the Chiefs will get the ball to start out the second half of this ball game. See if they're able to extend their lead or not. And they kick it away, and they do field it, and here it comes. Number 81 again, who had that nice punt return in the first half, able to escape a couple of tackles, goes to the outside, able to take it out to about the 35-yard line. So that's a nice return. He also had a fumbalaya. That's no bueno. And they have the sideline reporters also, right? So Netflix hired a lot of people for these games, man. That is a lot of people that they had to put on the payroll for these couple of games. And we really don't need the sideline, interview. Nobody needs that. It's never ever needed. But these broadcasts continue to do it. They continue to think that people want that. As Mahomes throws out to Worthy for about 15 yards to get started on this second half. First down, conversion on first down. All right, let's go with the interview. We just want to see the game. We don't need these interviews. Thank you very much. Think about how much of an investment Netflix really made toward this. Yeah, that's 11. So Pacheco with a run up the middle, a few yards there. Second down and 5. So that's a nice run on first down. Second and 5. Sometimes it's hard to tell if they're in 11 or 12 because Gray looks like a wide receiver and Watson looks like a tight end. Jojo says Bezos has enough money. Not sure what that means. This is Netflix. Now we got another pass over to Worthy, and he's becoming a big target for uh, Mahomes. That's a big play right there. Starting from about the 47-yard line. 7. It's about 15. That's a first down. It's 3. So first and 10. It's 11 personnel. Another pass, this time to Smith-Schuster. So again, that's another first down, about 13 yards. So now the Chiefs offense is looking very efficient once again. So it seems like they're back on track here. They got bogged down a couple of, obviously after starting out hot, they scored on the first two drives, and then everything dried up. But now they're back on track. It seems like Mahomes again out of 12 personnel now, throwing and incomplete, trying to find Hollywood Brown. Incomplete. Let's see if the Steelers can hold him to a field goal here. Good pursuit by Alex Highsmith of the quarterback, but he gets rid of it in time, but disrupts the timing to the point where it was incomplete. And this is 11 again, so let's see if they run. Yeah, they'll be passing out of this as they have 5 in out. But Mahomes runs toward the line of scrimmage, throws, and almost picked off by Patrick Queen. Got to make those. You got to make them pay, Mr. Queen. You cannot let Mahomes off the hook. Had a guy wide open, but Queen was able to get into the throwing lane late. Otherwise, that was going to be an easy touchdown to Travis Kelce. 3rd and 10, they can actually get a first down very near the goal line. Can the Steelers come up with another stop here? Mahomes back to pass down the right sideline, looking for Kelce. No. Incomplete. No flags, it doesn't look like. So, should be a field goal attempt, I think, here. Was looking very specifically for Kelce on that matchup against the linebacker. And looked like another holding against Watt. Oh, there is a flag. That should be holding against Taylor. See if they... 2 fouls on the play. Offsetting penalties. So, once again, they let Mahomes out. I don't know what the offsetting penalties is. Very clearly holding on Juwan Taylor. They call roughing. That's not really roughing. First of all, that's hands to the face on 74. Second of all, it's holding. That's 2 penalties in 1. I mean, that's ridiculous. All right, third, you cannot touch Patrick Mahomes. I mean, people need to learn that by now. If you touch him, they will call. It's like Michael Jordan back in the day. All right, now that's incomplete. Let's hope there's no flags here. All right, they gave Mahomes a second chance, but not a third chance, I guess. Yeah, here comes a field goal unit. All right, so at least the Steelers hold him to a field goal try. And it's good. So 16-7. So 9-point lead for the Chiefs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-play drive. At 1 run, 7 pass. 3 first downs. 1 penalty. No explosives. All right, let's see what the Steelers offense can do now. This defense. Oh yeah, this screwed up my... All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 running plays, 5 passes. All right, we'll see what Russell Wilson's able to do. Can he keep the turnovers to a minimum? Preferably 0. We'll have to see. All right, Harrison Butker now ready to kick off. 12:21 remaining in the third quarter with the Kansas City Chiefs ahead of the Stillers 16-7. And they'll be starting out with from the 30-yard line. So we start out in base. Let's see if they run or pass. They're going to pass the ball on play action. They put a little heat on Wilson and they sack him. Dana, book him, Dano. That's a sack. I don't think they brought any pressure. No. Well, yeah, they did bring one linebacker, but Wilson again couldn't find anybody and brought down by 51. Dana, nice job by the defensive lineman. Lost about 6 yards there. So now 2nd and 16, which means we should be in nickel, which we are. And Wilson from the shotgun looks left, drops it off to the running back, Najee Harris, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, gets about 1 yard. So not a very successful play there. And it'll be 3rd and 15. Let's see if Spagnuolo will bring the heat on this play. Is he going to blitz in Blitzburg? It's time to blitz in Blitzburg. Time to bring the blitz in Blitzburg. Let's see if he brings a linebacker or two. He's double mugging the A gap here as we're in our nickel. But are they going to come or are they not going to come? They kind of do. Oh, they're spying him. But he's able to get it out to Calvin Austin, who makes a nice catch for a first down. They were worried about, I'm not sure about that. They were worried about Russell Wilson running because they kept two guys kind of muddle rushing, faux rushing, to try to keep Wilson from escaping. Well, he just found his receiver, Calvin Austin, for about a 15-yard gain. Now back to the run with Warren, about a 1-yard game. Nice tackle by Drew Tranquil on that one. So Wilson was able to convert the 3rd down. Justin Reed is now down and may be injured. So it looks like we're going to go to timeout once again. Looks like we're going to go to timeout once again. Steve Spagnuolo. You wonder if Steve Spagnuolo is going to get any head coaching interviews this cycle. Been around a long time, well-respected defensive coordinator. Wonder if he might get a few looks, a few convos, a few interviews. Why not? Let's get some interviews for this guy. He's a good defensive mind. Maybe he needs a second chance as a head coach. Maybe some teams might look for old Spags. And maybe not. We'll have to find out in the off season. Let's see if there's any news on any of these injuries. People talking about the Knicks. Nope. Not really seeing it. Not really seeing much of in the way of an update. So apparently the Knicks won a ball game, so good for the Knickerbockers. Congratulations, New York Knickerbockers. FAU safety Philip Dunham has signed with UCF. There you go, UCF making moves. making moves. So no updates about the injuries. John Hepburn says, hit the like, fellas. Yeah, please do hit the like button if you're hanging around. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Also free per John Hepburn's instructions. That's a free way to support the channel. Would appreciate it, but I appreciate if you're just hanging around on a Christmas day with me here as we watch the Chiefs against the Steelers. Justin Reed got popped in the head. Looks like concussion, probably. We'll have to see about that. 2nd and 9 now as Russell Wilson tries to traverse, uh, getting the Steelers back into this ball game. And he's down back to pass. Looks left now. Looks down the center. Ball is batted down, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. So again, the pass rush of the the Chiefs is doing a nice job getting home, even though that time it was Karlaftis able to effect the throw. Nice job by 56 on that one. Whether it's been Dana or Karlaftis or this one and that one, they've been able to get home a number of times now with Chris Jones being injured. If you remember, that's the type of play where Russell Wilson hurt his finger a few years ago, had to miss a few games. Now it's 3rd down, so we'll see. No blitz, but Wilson escapes the pocket now and is going to run for a 1st down again. So there you go, Russell Wilson. Take it conservative. If you're not sure, just run. After a while, if you got a clear lane, just get the hell out of there. You can still run. He's still got the wheels. Karlaftis almost got him on that one, but able to escape the pocket and run for about 17 yards for a 1st down for your Pittsburgh Steelers. They're showing a replay where George Pickens is wide open with his 2 mouth guards, but Wilson not able to see him. Maybe, who knows why. And ran for the 1st down anyway. So now he's in the shotgun again. Looking to his left, he's got Freiermuth for about 07 yards. Good pickup on 1st down. So able to keep this drive alive here as they need points to keep pace with your Patrick Mahomes-led uh, Kansas City Chiefs. And if the Chiefs win this ball game, they'll be 15-1, unbelievably. Nickel again. Let's see if Spags dials up any special blitz. Yep, here comes the linebacker, but Wilson beats it with a pass out to Jalen Warren on the left-hand side, and he goes down the left side for a big gainer of about 20-plus yards. Nice job by both Wilson and Warren for a 1st down. So nice job there. Now they're at the 17-yard line here. They're going to hand it off to Warren. He spins around and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10. And if Pittsburgh's able to put this ball into the end zone, they'll only be down 2 points, hanging around, even though I would say the Chiefs have played better, but Steelers have been hanging around and might be a pain in the neck. As we're in our nickel on 2nd and 10, Wilson goes back, flips it out to Najee Harris, who's able to get about 5 or 6 yards. So again, 3rd down. Let's see if Russell's able to convert. 60% on 2nd down is 1. So it should be 3rd and about 4, I have it as. They have it as 5. Take their word for it. All right, and from here we're going to be in nickel. Let's see what Artie Smith dials up. It's a pass play. Wilson looking around, and he is sacked. Great job by 98. Wharton. Good job. Sack. That's about the third or fourth time they were able to get a key sack in a key moment. Now is going to enable them to hold him to a field goal attempt. Pickens not open on that play. Williams looked like he was open. Freiermuth had a moment, was screaming for the ball, but pass rush gets home. 98. Good job, buddy. Now they're going to go for a field goal attempt with one of the more reliable kickers, Chris Boswell. 41-yard attempt. It is up, and it is off the upright, and I guess they missed it, but there's a flag. Offsides defense. Still fourth down. So that was pretty stupid because he missed the field goal and you jumped off sides. Like, what are you going to do? You're not going to block the field goal anyway. Although I thought he got back, but I guess they don't let you get back. Just hold your water. Now you're making it a lot easier. He's almost certainly going to hit this 36-yard attempt now. Boom, boom. So you gave them 3 points because you had to rush so much, like you were going to block it anyway. Reed. So field goal good. 16-10. So again, the Steelers hanging around. Nice little drive there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 play drive. I had it for 2 rush attempts, 9 pass attempts. 1, 2, 3. 3 first downs. No penalties. Well, 1 penalty for the defense. And 1 explosive. And a field goal, so they're hanging around. That's what the Steelers do. They just hang around, try to make things happen. Never know what's going to happen if you hang around. Give yourself a chance. We'll see if the Chiefs are able to do now as they get the ball back here in the third quarter. On this Christmas Day, thank you for joining me on Christmas Day, watching the first Netflix football game of all time, I guess. And, you could be doing anything. You could be hanging out with your family. You could be hanging out with your dogs. You might be doing this, that, or the other thing, but you're hanging out with old Frankie. So I appreciate your presence. Thank you for being here. Feel free to hit the like button. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Hit any button you like. Hit all the buttons. You might as well hit a button. Hitting a button is fun. You hit a button, some things happen. You might as well make things happen rather than not make things happen. So it's a Christmas Day. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Christmas Day football. This looks like it's going to be a traditional type of a thing. Whether Christmas falls on a Tuesday, a Monday, a Wednesday, Saturday, doesn't matter. The NFL is going to take over every day of the week eventually somehow, because why not? People love it. They want to watch football whenever they have a day off or a night off or any time really. Showing off some of our troops around the world. You gotta love it. All right, so Broswell now from Acrisure Stadium. Acrisure Stadium. Used to be Heinz Field. Now it's Acrisure Stadium. He'll be kicking off to the Chiefs as we move along here in this ball game. That's not a great kick, but they're able to field it, and he takes it out toward the 20 now, past the 20 on about the 23-yard line is where Patty Mahomes will start again. See if they can answer the field goal that the Steelers just put up right now. We'll have to see about that. All right, on the first play, they do a running play over to Worthy, able to get 3 or 4 yards. Nice job. On first down. Oh, there's a flag. Flag a Rooney. Refs got to get involved. It's all about the refs, of course. Everybody loves the referees around here. Holding. Offense. Penalty. So that'll back him up. Molan Labe wants to score at 16 to 10. Molan in favor of the Chiefs over the Steelers. First and 16. Now they're in 12 again. Mahomes back to pass, moves around, able to find Kelsey in the middle of the field, and yeah, gets 7 or 8 yards. Second down, how many yards? 9. Second and 9, so got about 7 there. Second and 9. Mahomes in the shotgun once again. So we got 12 right here, but a trips bunch right now. He's moving to his left. They're calling the play dead for some reason. Flag. More flags. Let's have more penalties. False start. Offense. Flag on the play. Jawan Taylor again. That signing has not worked out very well. They need some upgrades at the tackle position. That is for sure. Need some upgrades at the tackle position. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun now. They're in 11 personnel with Kelsey. Kelsey really never leaves the field much. Now he throws it over to Hollywood Brown. Nice on a slant pattern. Nicely done. Able to pick up the first down. Gets about 16 yards. Nice diagnosis there by Mahomes, able to get the ball out very quickly. That was the key to that play. Throws one now over to Worthy. Picks up about 5 yards on first down. Good pickup for first down. Really utilizing Worthy as an extension of the running game. Just quick passes out to him, let him use his speed. Very smart usage of an asset like a Xavier Worthy. Get a quick first 5 yards on first down. That sets you up for the rest of the downs in the series. Now you can do whatever you want to do. You want a running play. You want another pass play. Here they're passing again. Mahomes looks left, finds Brown again. Did he make the catch is the question. Looks like they're saying he caught it. They're going to have to take a look. And, maybe. Now they're calling another play, so they're not going to get a chance to look at it. So they ran that pretty quickly. So that was Brown. It's 12 to first down, first and 10, and then they ran another play to, boy, looks like they got away with one there. Well, Tomlin should have called that one. Challenge it. But he didn't. This is 1 point. Second and 6. Mahomes in the shotgun again. Looks left. Throws to Kelsey. Wide open. Might want to cover that guy. He's pretty good. First down. Did that old fake pass thing. Question is, will Allen play on Sunday if KC wins this game? I don't know. I don't know, Mullen. Not thinking that far ahead. This is 12 personnel. Throws it over to Worthy. So it's looking like the Kansas City, the Pittsburgh defense is not going to be able to really stop this Kansas City offense consistently enough. They're already in field goal range now, so that'll match the field goal that Boswell hit. And, now they got 4 more downs to get into the end zone. And it's looking like the Chiefs are really rounding into form in terms of all of their weapons. So all of the struggles that they've had throughout the year, as long as this offensive line can hold up, throws it over to Kelsey for about 7 yards. As long as the line can hold up, they got all their weapons coming back now. They got Hollywood Brown back. They got DeAndre Hopkins into the offense. They're incorporating Smith Schuster and all these people. So the weapons are good. If the offensive line holds up, it's going to be once again tough to beat these Chiefs in the playoffs. So be interesting to see how that all plays out. They run one up the middle. Do they give them the first down? Looks like they do. So first and goal, and they're controlling the clock as well as the third quarter will run out. If I had to guess, I would say, well, Josh Allen, it's going to depend on his health. I mean, he's had a left hand injury. If there's nothing to play for on Sunday for the Bills, then he probably would sit. He'd probably want to play, but he's had a left hand injury all season. So why chance it? Which, of course, means that we probably, the odds of us winning the game go up, and then that screws up our draft pick, of course. Because, the Buffalo Bills, you might as well call them the Buffalo Josh Allens. But if there's nothing to play for, then I would think they sit him because he's got that hand injury. Let him heal it up. Why not? If there's nothing to play for, let the backup get some playing experience just in case it might be needed, and see what the backup can do. Why not? What would be the point? Now he's also going for an MVP. So, but I don't think he's going to put that above his health. Now, if he were 100% healthy, you know, he might be able to convince the coaches to let him play because he's that type of guy. He just always wants to play. But since he has that injury, it's late in the year. I don't know why you would risk it if there's nothing to play for. I mean, he's so integral to the success of that team. You might as well take him off the field and just let's get ready for the playoffs. I mean, their season is all about the playoffs. Their team, the Chiefs, the certain teams, the Ravens, the Chiefs, even the Steelers, their seasons are all about the playoffs. The Bills, even the Dolphins to a certain extent, even though it's not clear they'll make the playoffs. But those teams are all about the playoffs. What happens in those playoffs? Because they're expected to make it. They're expected to be on top of at the top of the conference. They make it in. And then what happens to you in those playoffs is what determines your season because you're at that level. The Chiefs, the Ravens, the Steelers, the Bills, those type of teams. It's not just good enough for them to get in and just get knocked out. Like if we would have got in this year, if we would have played better and got in, that would have been good enough. We would have liked to see better, but hey, we'll take it. Would have been just fine to just end the playoff drought. These other teams that are perennially at the top, their whole season's about the playoffs. So I don't really see why they would, risk it. So Mahomes hands it off to Hunt. He gets into the end zone. So yeah, it's looking like once again the Chiefs rounding into form at just the right time. What a surprise, surprise. Now they're probably going to go for two here as they're up by 12. Doesn't really make sense to go up by 13, I guess. Good blocking on that one. Nice block by Kelsey, or at least a partial block. Call that a block. Yeah, they're going for two here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 11 play drive. Mahomes looking around, running around, running around. You throw it. Patrick puts it up for grabs, and it's picked off. But not that it matters too much. It was a 2-point conversion. 11 plays, 1, 2, 3, 3 runs, 8 passes. One, two, three, for 5 first downs, 2 penalties, 1 explosive, and ends in a touchdown, 2-point, no good. And they go up 22-10. Well, Pittsburgh's not completely out of it, but looking more and more difficult as each play goes on. Once again, the Chiefs rounding into form as the playoffs come near. You could say they don't look great this year, or this is the year they're going to fall off, but I don't know. But nonetheless, it is going to be interesting to see these matchups. You got the Bills, you got the Ravens, you got the Chiefs. Steelers don't look like they're on that kind of level this year. Um, you know, so I mean, those are some interesting battles right there. And the Bengals, if they manage to squeeze their way in, they got Joe Burrow, but they got no defense, so I don't know how that's going to be. All right, let's see if we can find some updates on X to see if we get some updated information about things. Breaking news. Breaking news, breaking news. Nope. Doesn't look like there's really anything going on according to these beat writers. I guess they're celebrating Christmas with their families instead of reporting news. How about reporting some news on Christmas? How about that? Instead, we got to have these people celebrating with their families. How dare they? How dare they? Talking about the Knicks. And Knicks for clicks, as they say. So, yeah, doesn't look like much is getting reported at the moment. So, all right, Harrison Butker is going to kick it off to these Steelers. We're now in the fourth quarter, 14:56 remaining in this ball game. Kansas City is ahead 22-10. They have looked like the much better team all game, but the Steelers just keep hanging around. Let's see if they can make it a closer ball game on this drive, or if Spagnuolo can continue to stymie the Russell Wilson-led offense of your Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's see if they're able to do so. We'll just have to find out about that. So they'll start at their 30-yard line. We'll start out in our nickel defense as we anticipate the pass. Russell Wilson getting pressured and almost threw a pick to Nick Bolton. Jesus. Russell, come on, buddy. That's really the key to Russell Wilson. You got to put pressure on him because he will make some poor decisions. And you're going to have to wonder if By the end of the year, Mike Tomlin thinks Russell Wilson is really everything he needs at the quarterback position, or can he get an upgrade somewhere? Back to pass once again. Get good pressure, but now he's sacked. Good coverage sack there. So it'll be third down and long again. So this is just a four-man rush, no blitz here. And 65, Dan Moore gets beat by 97. Uzama, whatever that guy's name is. Now it's third and 15. Let's see if he does any exotic blitzing, or he's threatening the blitz. Sim pressure does bring one backer, Chenal, and Wilson gets it out to Fryermuth. Let's see if he's able to get a first down. No, he fumbles the ball, and the Chiefs pick it up. Was he down, though? He might have been. That's a pass to Fryermuth. Plus eight. Oh, I don't think he was down. Captain Techno, Merry Christmas. Yeah, that's a fumbalaya, man. That's a fumbalaya. So that's a fumble and a turnover. So that is -4 on the scoring chart. You don't see that out of Fryermuth very much. All right, now we got P and 10 out of the Chiefs here at the plus 34-yard line or so. Pacheco starts with a run for about 3 yards. So the Chiefs should be able to salt away this clock here as we move forward. So the Chiefs have been opportunistic with their turnover, ability to get turnovers. Back to pass is Mahomes. He steps up, throws over the middle to Kelsey. You might want to cover that guy. He takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line. Are we sick of the Chiefs yet, or are we sick of the Chiefs yet? I think we're sick of the Chiefs, man. That's not going to be first and goal. That's going to be first and 10. Travis Kelsey, once again, he's a guy you should cover for sure. I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. Patty Mahomes in the shotgun. Passes it quickly. Oh, gets stopped by the defensive back. That's incomplete. So second and goal. Probably if they get a touchdown on this drive, it'll be pretty close to nighty-night for the Steelers because, it'll be a three-score game. If they kick a field goal, there's, theoretical chance. Could need 2 touchdowns still. A lot of time left, though. 12:44 left on the clock, but of course the Chief defense has gotten the best of the Steelers so far in this game, and the Steelers offense has not been spectacular either. 12 personnel here. Mahomes rolls out to his right, throws it into the end zone, wide open. Travis Kelsey again. I would recommend covering him instead of not, but they see it differently apparently. You might want to cover Travis Kelsey just as a little side note, Pittsburgh. He's an important player on the Chiefs. You might have heard of him. He's going to the Hall of Fame, of course. So that's a touchdown. So this game is probably now over, as if they kick the extra point, they'll be up by 19 points with 12 minutes and 38 seconds to go. Still a lot of time on the clock, but being down 19 in the fourth quarter to the Chiefs, nighty-night, nighty-night, Pittsburgh. Thanks for playing. You gave up 29 points. You were supposed to have a defense. You were supposed to hit somebody in the mouth. You were supposed to know what you were doing. You were supposed to come in here and take somebody down. You did nothing. You fumbled the ball. You threw interceptions. You did nothing. Now, of course, Russell Wilson will stack on uh, stack on some stats. You know, some Garbaggio time stats, so forth and so on. What's going on in the chat? What's going on with you chat people? Hit me up with some questions or some concerns. Captain Techno's here. What's going on, Captain? What's going on in your Christmas? Why are you guys here? You don't have something to do on Christmas? Where's your families and your pets and your loved ones? You know, I'm down here in Florida all by myself because, my family didn't want to come down here for some reason. They wanted to stay up in upstate New York. I don't know why. But, so I figured, hey, I'll do a live stream. Maybe somebody will hang out. But I have no idea what's up with you guys. Why aren't you with your families? Maybe you hate your families. I don't know. Maybe your families are no good. Maybe they're a bunch of bums. Uh, I don't know. What's going on in your lives? Why are you hanging out with the old Frankie on a Christmas morning for some football? See if there's anything going on. Breaking news, Jet Central has published a video called Report. Pete Carroll expressing interest in returning to sidelines. That Jet Central, he's on every single news item that comes out, boy. If there's a news item, Ian's going to put out a video, that's for sure. He's not going to get punked by anybody. He's going to put out a video about it. That is for sure. Well, Jet beat writers are not reporting anything. Todd wants to know if Stiggers makes the team. Yeah, Stiggers is going to make the team. We got so many expiring contracts, Todd. We're not going to get rid of Stiggers. He's cheap and he's on the roster. I mean, there's no reason why he shouldn't make the roster. If anything, just for the special teams. So, yeah, he'll be here, and hopefully he can develop into something. We're going to have to look. For this offseason, we're going to have to find a lot of cheap labor, so to speak. This was only a 4-play drive, and they scored a touchdown. We're going to have to find a lot of cheap labor because we got a lot of expiring contracts. We got a lot of roster spots open, and we're going to need a lot of cheap people on cheap contracts to play on our team. So he's one of those. Like I would sign Chuck Clark back to a $2 million contract. Why? Not that he's great, but he can play a role, even if it's a backup role. And if you can get him for $2 million, that's the kind of value you're going to need for us to maneuver. Now, a lot of it depends on what goes on with Rodgers and Adams and restructuring contracts and all that stuff. So we don't really know the specifics, but in general, the general broad strokes is we're going to need to keep and find cheap players who can play a role here. So, for example, we might sign Ashton Davis back, not because Ashton Davis is an amazing player, but because he'll accept a $2 million contract and can play a role, and he plays all the special teams, etc., and then he plays a backup role for safety and big safety, nickel. So those are the type of players that we're going to need. So Stiggers is on his rookie contract. Yeah, he's going to be here. No doubt about it, in my opinion, unless something weird happens. So now the Steelers are still trying to run the ball down 19. So we're on defense here. I think the Chiefs will give you that all day, Mr. Tomlin, in this certain situation. And now he's dumping it off to Warren. You're going to have to hit some big plays here, boys. You're down by 19 points. Hello. I mean, there's still a lot of time, but still. Now here comes the rush. They hit Fryermuth for a pass. They are moving quickly, which makes it harder to record the events in live time. Second and 5, that is. Though we're mostly just going to stay in nickel, so I don't have to worry about that. Russell Wilson with a pass out to Warren once again. These little dink and dunks, you know. It's third down now. Fine to dink and dunk, but you better make first downs. 3rd and 4 or so, yeah. Still a lot of time left. Wilson back to pass. Now here comes the pass rush, and he flushes out left. He's going to run with the ball. He makes good yardage. So he scrambles about 15 yards or so, I guess. First down, 1st and 10. So Wilson showing you the wheels. Ever time. What does that mean, Todd? Ever time. We're still in nickel. This is going to be a pass. Wilson looks around, flushed out of the pocket, throws to his safety valve, incomplete. So like one of the reasons why we can't probably have DJ Reed is because we'll probably get Eccles for a cheaper deal. Like a smart GM might come in, look at Eccles' tape, and be like, all right, let's take a shot. Maybe he can probably start. We can get him at a much cheaper. Oh, every time you lean over, you flicker in and out. Oh. Well, we're just going to have to live with that, Todd. Technology's not perfect yet. Russell Wilson throws to Pickens, finally gets it to his wide receiver. Pickens makes good gains, about 20-yard pickup there. Pickens plus, I'll give him 22, but there's a flag on the play. Oof, almost picked off there. Nice play by number 2. And it's on the Steelers. So that's going to push them back. Second and 15. All right, that was disappointing. They had a big gain there, called back by the penalty. And they're simulating some pressure. They bring some pressure. Wilson flushed incomplete, tried to get it to Van Jefferson. 3rd and 15. See if the Chief defense can hold him here. But yeah, so the smart GM may say, well, we can't afford DJ Reed. He's going to get 20 plus million to be a starter somewhere, but we can afford Brandon Eccles at 10, say. So that's a value. And pass knocked down. Incomplete. 4th down. Let's see what they want to do here. 4th and 15. 10:05 left on the clock, down by 19. Let's see what Tomlin wants to do. Nice play by Nick Bolton on the pass rush. Gets up and knocks it down. Now, if you're the offensive lineman, you got to punish the jumpers, man. Punish jumpers always. When they jump, you punish them. That's got to be, oh, they are going for it. 4th and 15. Okay, let's see what they're able to execute here. A lot of sim pressure by Spagnuolo, and they get a false start, looks like. Penalty, false start. Seems like, or what are they calling? Pickens has his helmet off for some reason. Flag. Yeah. Not sure why Pickens is upset. Not sure what happened there. But he took his helmet off. That's supposed to be an additional penalty. Now it's 4th and 20. Sim pressure again by Spagnuolo. Let's see if he brings it or if he's dropped. Probably dropping. He's dropping. And Wilson back to pass. Looking. Now throws his moon ball deep, and he tried for Pickens. Went up and incompleto. Pickens. But they call a flag late. Why are they calling it late like that? Flag for what? This play was the epitome of throw it up and hope you get a penalty. That's not a penalty. Oh, and sportsmanlike conduct. I think dudes really need to realize also that they need to stop celebrating so much in the immediate aftermath of the play. These referees are so stupid and they're just so dumb that they call these penalties. It's ridiculous. I say let the guys play, but you have to understand these referees, they're going to call these dumb penalties. Just don't do it. Celebrate when you get to the sideline. Like, just wait a minute. They called it on Hicks for saying thumbs down. That's dumb. But at the same time, you have to realize these stupid referees are calling these ridiculously stupid penalties. Nobody in the world wants a penalty on that. Nobody on earth. And yet the NFL wants these penalties called for some reason. Oh, because the children are watching. The children are watching. They might see this taunting. The children are going to see the taunting. Oh no! The children. Won't somebody think of the children? These children are going to see taunting going on, and then they're going to do tauntings. Oh my God. Ah, taunting. It's ridiculous, man. When I was growing up, if you didn't make a play, they punched you in the face. How about that for taunting? When we were in the PS207 schoolyard, you didn't make a play, somebody came up and punched you right in the face. It might even be your own dad. How about that? You ever see something like that? These days, everybody's way too sensitive. Oh no, the kids are going to learn about taunting. We got taunted by our own parents. We got taunted by our siblings. We got taunted every day of the week. Didn't make a difference to us, just made us stronger. You know? Now everybody's so sensitive, you can't do any taunting. God forbid you do this. Oh no, you can't have thumbs down. No, 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 no. No. Somebody might take offense. Somebody might be offended. Somebody might get a taunting. Somebody might get an idea. Something bad might happen. Flag, throw a flag. Get it out of the game. Get it out of the game. We can't have it. Can't have it. We cannot have thumbs down in the game. No. You can do it on the sidelines, but not immediately in front of the other player because he might get offended or he might suffer some damage to his self esteem if you do this right in front of him. Can't have that. God forbid somebody loses a little bit of self esteem. Can't have that, can you? All right, let's see what's going on with this game. 9:58 remaining now. The Chiefs have the ball at the 23-yard line. And it's a running play, so yeah, they're just going to run now. Who was that? Pacheco or somebody? Milk the clock. It's clock milking time. It's clock milking time. 2nd and 4. They're milking the clock and still getting 6 yards. I mean, geez. Yeah, they're just going to go 12 personnel and just milk this clock. Let's run it out. Nope. Mahomes throws it over to Kelsey. Might as well pad the stats. Let's get Travis Kelsey a little bit more statistically involved. First down. 1st and 10. Do it again. TJ Watt has been neutralized in this ball game. This is 11 personnel here. If it's me, I would just run the ball. I'd run this clock out. I'd milk this clock, boy. There he goes. I mean, you're picking up yardage. Might as well. That's about 6 yards right there. 2nd and 4. Clinches number 1 seed. Pittsburgh clinches AFC North title with wins in final 2 games. That's amazing. It's amazing that the Ravens have a worse record than the Steelers potentially at the end of the season, but the Ravens are a much stronger team. I don't care what anybody says. The Ravens are a much stronger team than the Steelers. I don't care what anybody says. And Mahomes still throwing it. I guess you can't blame him. He's only up 19 points in the 4th quarter with 7 minutes to go, so of course you want to keep slinging it, I guess. Why not? Why not step on their throats? How about that for taunting? Well, I mean, it's almost certainly not going to come back to haunt them. They're up by 3 scores. Mahomes has 315 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's the old Patty Mahomes that we know and love. None of this poor statistical garbage. This is 12, I think. Mahomes running around. There's a holding penalty, but Mahomes is going to run for a scramble a damble. Penalty. Holding. Offense. 3rd and 9 now. Juwan Taylor. How many holding penalties is Juwan Taylor going to get? Is he going to lead the league in penalties? He's already lining up too far back. That's a penalty. They never call that anymore. There used to be an emphasis on that. Now there's not. I wonder if they're going to bench Juwan Taylor at some point. Well, anyway, 3rd and 15, actually. They dump it off to Smith. Schuster up the cabooster. And he gets not enough for the first down. So they didn't eat as much clock as they should have. But they bogged down, so this has got to be a punt now. They shouldn't punt this with any less than 2 seconds on the clock, I would say. No reason to. I snapped it with 4. Got to manage your seconds. That's how you manage your minutes, and that's how you manage your hours, and that's how you manage your days. Oof. This is not going well for Calvin Austin. That's a puntadero. 6-play drive. They only ran it twice. 1 first down. 1 big penalty. No explosives. All right. Well, this game is really winding down. And you got to wonder how much damage Russell Wilson can actually do. To start with a run on the 14-yard line. Now Wilson's back to pass. And throws toward the sideline. That's incomplete. Almost a miraculous catch by George Pickens. Does that about once every game or so. Good old Georgie Pickens. The man has 2 Mouth guards. There's another player that has two mouth guards as well. Not sure why you'd need a backup mouth guard, but I guess sometimes one's not enough. You got to go with two. Now he's only got one. So maybe he goes with the two and then one gets used up and then he goes to the other one. Wilson back to pass. Fake. Nope. Now running. Throws it out over the head of Harris. That's incomplete. Now 4th and 2. They got to go for it. They're down 19 points. I don't think a punt is going to help very much. Wilson not able to connect with Naj in the flat. Let's see what they can do on 4th and 2. Well, it's not the ball game, but it's, as they say, it's not dark yet. Oh, they're punting. Why are they? They're punting. I don't think punting down 19 points in the fourth quarter is a good idea. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there. As old Bob Dylan used to say. All right, so they punted. Okay, well, Chiefs are going to easily win this one. Poor game from Russell Wilson, I would say. Excellent game from Patty Mahomes. Russ Wilson, not one of his better games, that's for sure. Now let's see if they do some ball control. How about a little running game here? They come out with 11 personnel for some reason. There we go. Hunt with a run. I would just put in my two blocking tight ends and just let him tee off, take Kelsey out of there. Why they're even risking injury with Travis Kelsey or Mahomes too. I mean, they're up 19 with 5 minutes to go. I guess it's not a total blowout. But I certainly would not have Kelsey on the field much, but they refuse to take him off. Now 3rd and 10 as they bleed the clock down. Of course, that's the problem. If you try to bleed the clock and then you don't get any yards, then you're not bleeding clock because you're not getting first downs. And Mahomes gives it to P. Ryan for a run here and almost gets a first down. Not sure if they're going to give it to him. No, they're not. So this should be another punt, seems to me. Tick, tick, tick. Ticking down the time. Here comes the punting unit. Puntadero. All right. Another punt as everything is bogged down here late. The punt god, Matt Ariza, gets one off. And it goes all the way back to about the 6 or 7 yard line. And that's where Mr. Unlimited will take over. That's interesting, Todd. I guess, but I mean, why wouldn't you keep a spare on the sideline? Like, why do you have to have two on you? Like he was in the first half, he had the two there with him on the, hanging from his helmet. It's like just keep one on the sideline, keep the spare one over, ready to go, you know. But he's got two on the helmet. And that's the interesting part. Like he might need it at any moment. So again, they start with a run play. That's not the way to do it. Warren, no game, 0. Second and 10. This is the 65th play that uh, Steelers have run. They keep running the ball for some reason. Second and 3, the Steelers are not exactly moving at a very fast pace, but this should be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Wilson back to pass, throws to Hayward. That is complete. That is a first down. This game is really winding down. 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Travis Kelce went for the field goal dunk, missed it. Those guys think they can always dunk on the goalpost. That's pretty high up there, even for these athletes. So, yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody. This game is winding down. Thank you for joining me on this holiday broadcast. It is not an exciting game whatsoever. The Chiefs just took command of this game early and just kept uh, putting on the pressure. Their defense played very well. Patrick Mahomes played one of his better games of the season. Travis Kelce went back to dominating like Travis Kelce usually does. So we're starting to see the real Chiefs team come out. It's almost like they get bored in the beginning of the year, squeak out some wins, and then get ready for the playoffs. So that's what we're seeing today. The Steelers did not put up much of a fight. You um, really have to wonder about their defense. They're known for their defense, of course, but maybe not so bueno this year. Um, so we'll see how this all plays out over the next few weeks. But the Chiefs just getting ready for the playoffs, just like the Bills and just like the Ravens and so forth and so on, the elite teams in the AFC. And so it'll be interesting to see if Mahomes can keep this going, this streak going of making it to the Super Bowl. We'll have to see how that all turns out. But this game turned into a clunker, kind of like the Green Bay New Orleans game the other night. That turned into a clunker. Only thing good about that game, we had a Grossi posse raid in this chat room. So that was fun and interesting. So shout out to the Grossi posse. Did a raid of this channel. In this context, raid is a good thing. And a lot of people showed up in the chat room and showed up and said hello. Yeah, you got to appreciate a good Grossi posse raid of your own channel when everybody stops by and says hello and is very nice. All right, Russell Wilson, first and 10. Here we go, Russ. Oh, another run play to Najee Harris. All right, Najee gets about 12 yards for a first down. First and 10. Another running play up the middle. That's a big gainer. Not sure what these running plays are really accomplishing other than stat padding for Najee Harris. They're just running out the clock, I guess. Get Najee Harris some yardage. Is that what we're doing here? So Wilson running around scrambling. Do they not know that they need to score some points here? This would be the thing they should be doing. But they seem content to just run out the clock. 40 seconds and ticking. Wilson back to pass now. Looking, can't find anybody. Throws toward the sideline. He's got Calvin Austin. Second down, he fell out of bounds. So second and 2, 30 seconds remain. Pittsburgh playing out the clock. Wilson set to throw. Throws it deep and incomplete. So Venom says, yeah, like it. Like the video, everybody. Like this video right now. Hit the like button, everybody. Do as I tell you to do. Feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons, as Venom is saying in the chat. Everybody hit every button you can hit because we need all the help we can get over here at the Frankie channel. Wilson back to pass, throws over the middle to Warren. That's another first down. There's a flag with 2 seconds remaining in the game. False start on the offense. All right, this game is pretty much over. They got one more play left. Let's see if they punch it in. Oh, they're going to be, yeah, right. There's a clock rundown. So that's it. It's final. 29-10, right? It's over. This game is over. So total domination by the Chiefs of the Steelers. Not good from the narrative perspective of the Chiefs just keep winning and everybody's sick and tired of Kelsey and Mahomes and Taylor Swift and this one and that one. We'd like to see some new teams do some things, but apparently we're not going to get that. What we're going to get is the Chiefs clinching a number one seed. We're going to clinch the Bills clinch the division. So the Bills, I guess, have nothing to play for, unless. What about seeding? Well, they have 2 more wins than the Ravens and a lot more wins than the Texans. So maybe the Bills don't have a seeding issue. So maybe they're going to sit Josh Allen and other starters. We'll see. But thank you for joining. And I guess I'll see you next time. I'm going to come back tomorrow night for the Thursday game. So be more live streams all through the week. Feel free to subscribe so that you know when they're coming up. Feel free to like this video. Feel free to go ahead and watch a bunch of other videos. Why not? More Frankie content for you. And I guess I'll see you guys all next time.